Hello everyone, my name is Taylor and I'm a proud owner of a Lexus CT200 hatchback, and today I'm giving a toast to Lexus for producing an amazing and reliable car. Now, when I say amazing, of course it is biased, but this vehicle is my very first vehicle that I've ever owned, and I've worked very hard to accomplish this big goal of mine. So it's my pride and joy, and I have a very special place for it in my heart always. Besides me being biased, though, of how amazing my vehicle is, I will say that it is truly reliable. Now, you don't see hit and runs happen very often, and when you do, it's very suspenseful. And if you're a victim of a hit and run, then you understand that there's a lot to consider when getting hit. And there's also a lot of adrenaline in the midst of it as well. Well, my Lexus CT200 has two modes. It has an eco mode and it has a sport mode. Eco mode is for more of like everyday driving, running errands, going to work, and then sport mode is like on the highways, if you're in a rush to get somewhere, which you should always be careful, and to chase down a person who hit your car and decided to run. So I am a victim of a hit and run, and it all happened in the McDonald's drive-through. I was in the drive-through getting 4 ice cream cones, and I had a few passengers in the vehicle with me as well. And before I could grab the ice cream cones from the window, I felt this like metal crushing noise, and then I felt my car jerk very, very hard. And when I looked over, a driver was completely reversed into my passenger side of my vehicle. So it damaged my LED light, my car door, my fender, and my bumper. So then I see the gentleman trying to take off, and that's when I put my car in sport mode. And I was able to keep up with him the whole time that he was trying to run from hitting my car. And eventually he decided to pull over and give me all of his information so that I could take legal action and actually get my car fixed properly with insurance and whatnot. So that was probably one of the most reliable things about my vehicle, is that it's got that sport mode for instances where you have to chase down a person who hit your vehicle and decided to take off. But nonetheless, it is also very reliable, and of course, getting you through the highway at a very decent speed, and of course, getting to point A to point B at the speed that you desire. And then if not, you can always go back to eco mode, where it's just more like cruising style, more laid back, relaxed driving and whatnot. So that's just the very first reason as to why I believe that this vehicle is very reliable. My second reason as to why I think that this vehicle is absolutely reliable is because it does amazing on gas. I have to fill up my tank about every 2.5 weeks, if I'm lucky 3. And every time I fill up an empty tank of gas, I get away with like $26 to like $32. It fluctuates depending on how inflated our gas prices are, but for the most part, I can get away with about $26 to $27 for a full tank of gas, which is a blessing because then it saves me more money as a full-time college student. I don't see myself ever spending $100 or more on gas for my vehicle, and I don't have to worry about breaking the bank, right? Another thing about my car being so reliable is that it's very cheap as far as repairs and maintenance. I was doing some research on my vehicle, when I was first deciding to purchase it, and the average annual cost for repairs and maintenance for my Lexus CT200 is around $300 and I believe $80, and then for just a like regular luxurious compact vehicle, it fluctuates about like $800, $900. So that is just another great thing about my vehicle, is that it doesn't take much to keep up with a car, and it's very, very affordable. And as far as like the hatchback itself, it is very spacious. It gives me a lot of room in the front part of the vehicle. The back seats give enough room to have passengers in the back that are not like squished like little sardines. But most importantly, the trunk is very, very spacious. And as a person who, has family in Chicago, family in Colorado, and family all over, of course, that gives me room for luggage if I want to drive and travel. It gives me room for a lot of groceries for, the big family that I have. And it gives me just like big room to a lot of room and for big items, as far as like moving and whatnot, or helping someone move, or whatever the case may be. It's just a very spacious car and gives me a very, very generous amount of space to work with. So that's why I think my car is just very amazing, but also very reliable. And I hope that you guys consider getting yourself a Lexus CT200 because it is very worth the money and very worth the wait and the hard work. So if you guys ever find yourselves in a situation where you don't know which kind of car to purchase, this is your sign that you need a Lexus CT200 hatchback.